India is set to host a meeting of Quad foreign ministers in New Delhi tomorrow, days after President Trump's visit to China. The bloc consists of India, the US, Japan and Australia. They have not met for nearly a year.
And experts say the meeting, which coincides with Secretary of State Marco Rubio's first visit to India, will be aimed at reviving the bloc. Neha Poonia filed this report for CNA from New Delhi.
This is the first time the bloc's foreign ministers will meet since July 2025. India announced the visit last week when US Secretary of State Marco Rubio confirmed his attendance at the summit while flying out of the US. He's called the bloc important and said the group will hold another meeting later in the year as well. New Delhi says the foreign ministers will exchange views on advancing Quad cooperation, recent developments in the Indo-Pacific region and other, quote, international issues of mutual concern. Experts say the meeting is important, especially coming as it does when the war in Iran and resetting ties with Beijing have been bigger priorities for the Trump administration.
This is an effort to be seen both by Washington and New Delhi to convey, at least symbolically, to the world that the Quad remains one of the most important anchors institutionally for maintaining and delivering of public goods and economic and political security to the Indo-Pacific.
The bloc is a non-security grouping and was revived by Donald Trump in 2017 following concerns over China's growing influence, both economic and military, in the Indo-Pacific. Chinese leaders have often criticized the group, but in his second term, President Trump has worked to reset ties with China. His administration has also admitted that Beijing is more of an economic rival rather than a strategic one. And that has raised questions about the group's relevance in this day and age.
This is going to be sort of a trip where reassurance to the Indo-Pacific is happening. You will also see that, I think there will be a managing of expectations because on the American front, principally, the ask has always been of burden sharing. And I think those were, maritime security, maritime domain awareness, where can all four countries do more together in terms of convergence, which is Southeast Asia.
The US says the Quad will discuss supporting regional security and diversifying critical mineral supply chains, and that the meeting going ahead emphasizes the importance of the Quad partnership. The meeting will also likely be a precursor to an eventual leaders summit, which was meant to happen last year but was delayed because of trade tensions between India and the US. There's still no clarity if it will be held this year, but India will be hopeful, experts say, of getting more clarity on that once the Quad foreign ministers sit down for talks. For CNA, I'm Neha Poonia in New Delhi.